everyone and welcome to the bathroom. So we're using 2 seconds. So we're using something quite special today. It's a sort of a quick shave, hopefully, before picking up the little one from school. Few days of growth, not a lot, but some. Alright, so what I'm using: the Life Bin Ball and Sputnik from Yaki, a beautiful razor and stand, beautiful. And this was a gift from Yaki, by the way. Brush is a heavy one from Parker, a synthetic one, I believe 20 some knot. We'll just dip that in the soaker. Blade, Cavum. Second use this. The first one was kind of a hit and miss, I think. The first pass didn't work as nicely as the second and third, so let's try this as the second use. But what are we using? What are we trying to focus on? I bought a few samples of this soap creator here, E&S. This one's called Moana. It's an exotic summery scent. Yes, it's based in France, so it's a French soap. I've written this. These are the scent notes. Top notes: cocoa. I wrote them quite quickly, so I don't quite know. Orange blossom, bergamot. That's the top notes. Hard note is white flowers, rose, jasmine, and iris. And the base notes: vanilla, balsamic, and something woody, some sandalwood, and some musk. Let's see, we'll try this plastic scuba here from Boaty. It came with the shaving cream. Very dark soap this. And quite firm, this one, I believe. Yes, quite firm. Nice. Scent strength's about a 4. Whoops. I got this much out, which is too much, I think. Let's put it in the bowl here, just to see. Yes, that's too much. Just take some of it off. Put back. And we have this much. Difficult to see with the lighting. So we'll spread it out. Push it down and spread it out. Moana. Right, let's just push it down here. I'm trying to even it out slightly, and you'll see it's not like anything in particular sort of stand out. So it's kind of a well blended, summery, exotic scent. There's no menthol in this, and that's mainly because the most of my mentholated soaps are sort of barred between a lot of my daughter's stuff, because we had to take all of the stuff out of the room. And I covered the reason to that in the last video, and we had to have an expector out, and he went, and he absolutely had never smelled anything like that before. He absolutely did not know what to do at all. No pre-shave, so that's what we'll focus on. We'll just try to wet the water. Wet the water. Nice one. Wet the face. And get going. So we're trying it without any assistance to help the slickness, or to mix or dampen the scent in any way. So pure E&S this. And this is my first time using them. So I'm quite excited how this French soap is going to perform. Anyway, There was no signs of any dampness or anything fungi in the. Oh, straight away. There's a good backbone to this little shaving brush here. It's a good travel brush, I believe. It's quite heavy. So yeah, there was no. He tried, taking some samples from stuff, and nothing came out of it really. So he had a talk with some of his co-workers, and actually one of them has had a similar situation in the neighborhood. And what worked then was to actually change the panels in the room and sort of redo that process. Perhaps sometime a product was used that wasn't really good and didn't last very long, or perhaps started to smell. So whatever it was, it helped to change that. So that's what we'll try to do and get someone to get up to fix, so we can get her stuff back in the room and my shaving soaps back in the open, so I can get to the mentholated stuff. This is unmentholated. This is unheard of in this sort of time of year and weather for me. Anyway, it whips up a beautiful oil, it seems, and it's a sort of a brownish creaminess. Doesn't show up that well on camera, I think. Yeah, let's try. Put it on the face. Lathered, let's just see. Short sort of scratchiness to this brush here when you push, but not uncomfortable at all. It's quite a unique scent, I think, this. Has, as I said, sort of a brown creaminess look to it. Beautiful. Alright, let's give it a go. Tighten up a bit. It's a nice scent. It is exactly as it promises, something exotic and summerish. I pick up the musk, I pick up the coconut, the cocoa. This is a 3-piece non-adjustable. No irritation so far, which is good, obviously. And there's also no overhang. There you go. Let's have a look. Wet the cold steel here with cold water. We'll give it a go. Let's see how this smells. Much smoother than the first pass of the last, so perhaps it was just, the blade was just sharp. Beautiful. What else do we pick up? Some rose. I pick up the rose as well. So what stands out, and also there's some sweetness too, so that might be the vanilla. Yes, there's a slight pluckiness still in the first pass here. There shouldn't be that now. So perhaps this is just not the best of blades. But we'll stick to it throughout the shave and give it a go. Right, second here. Since strength sort of larded is about I would say same as when it's not larded, about 4. Nice slickness, there's nothing wrong with that. Second pass. Yes, definitely not the best blades here. It did give me a good shave on the first one, but perhaps that was just it. So I don't think I'll be using these Caven blades any more than this one. The rest will give a toss to the bin. Have you tried E&S blades? E&S soaps. And what did you think of it? Yeah, the blade somehow has some of a roughness to it. Yeah. So it's not the soap that's giving this shave some minus points, it's the blade. And you get the same, you can get the same sort of scent in a vegan base, and this is the tallow base, so whatever you prefer. Dip on the water. Not much fuss here. Beautiful. Good. Nice scent, a good classic, basic midweek shave. Good. That's it. I did see other YouTubers review this soap. It's not like it's new or anything. And it got good reviews back then as well. Yeah, bit of a rough pass this. We're sticking it out here. Got me there. Alright, that's it. We'll do a facial wash and I'll see you at the post shave. So that was it. Quick midweek shave. It feels great. So what are we using now? The Simply Face witch hazel with menthol in it, and we'll go through what we used. Alright. So if you remember how much soap we put in, and how it usually goes at the end of these videos, this is what's left. Not a lot. So the E&S soap does start out beautifully, but I think you need slightly more. The initial amount that I got would have been better, but there was no waste, so that's obviously good. I got my 3 passes and a facial wash, and whipped on a beautiful lather with this Parker heavy, sort of marbly affected brush. Beautiful, nice, small travel brush. Has a slightly scratchiness, but not an uncomfortable way. It's a nice way. Razor is the Sputnik from Yaki, and in it we have the cave-in blades, which I'm not a fan of. I tried them 2 times now, didn't work out, so we're tossing them. I'm not recommending the cave-in blades. For me, they're not working. They might do for you. The razor, on the other hand, from Yaki, beautifully. Comes with this lovely stand here. That's very recommendable. The blade inside, no. And that has nothing to do with Yaki. Right, let's see this soap that we tried. Moana from E&S from France, tallow based. Beautiful. Sort of crope. I got the scent of coconut, slightly bergamot, some rose, vanilla and musk, some slagwood.